YouTubers, Brian Proctor back again, and I'm here with another video, and this one I entitled Really Learning How to Draw the Back and Shoulders. I threw the shoulders in there too. And the reason I did this was because I thought about doing a back video, and I said there's probably so many back videos on there, how to draw back videos on YouTube. And I looked, and there really weren't that many, and the ones that I did see really didn't show you how to draw the back. They told you about the back anatomy and how it was formed, but realistically, none really showed you how to draw the back. So I decided to show you exactly how to draw the back and to throw the shoulders in there too. So without further ado, let's get drawing. All right, let's get started with the back. Now, first of all, if you're a beginner at this, if you're new to this, you're doing your comics and you want to learn how to draw the back, let's do this. I forgot what I was going to say. So anyway, let's start out with the front. This is what I was going to say. If you're into comics and you're starting out, you pretty much know how to draw the front of the torso. So let's do that and let's work our way around to the back. So if you watch any of my channels, this is how I start out with the oval and the T shape. Now, do the U, and that's for your rib cage, and then lines in the center, and that's where your chest is going to turn. It's the bottom of your chest, and it turns at that point there. You have your delts, because this is your shoulders up here. Your delts and your arms. So all this is going to lead into learning how to do the back. And you come down here with your waist, your love handles. This comes down, come in, and then you have your abs here. Now, I'm assuming you already know how to do that. Now, this is a little low from the chest. I can bring the chest down. But I'm assuming you already know how to do this collarbone. That plays an important role. And your neck in that little dip, in that little V here. And then you come up. And then your shoulders. So, as I said, I'm assuming you already know how to do this. So now let's take this and let's go and do the back. So the same thing. And it's just, all of this is just a puzzle. Once you learn how to put the puzzle together, then the rest becomes very simple. So same with the back. You want to do your oval, cut down. This is going to be your spine instead of the center of your chest and your body. Go across again, same thing with that T, and then take that up. This is where your neck is going to be. Now the thing here is, and you want to take this off of the oval, because the oval represents just your rib cage basically. And you know, you have your collarbone here and it comes out, and you have your shoulder blades. So yeah, and that shapes you like that in your neck. So just remember, this line is going to come out because this is going to hold your delts, your deltoids. Yeah, no, delts. Yeah, delts. Yeah. I don't want to get all into trying to name the every muscle, because number one, if you're new to this, you're not going to remember the names, and two, I don't want to get into it. But there's something like your bicep and tricep you should already know if you're into anything to do with drawing anatomy. So the one thing is, you're going to do this from this line. You want to do kind of like a T. Let's just do a T first, just a T. You have your basic round shaped T. So from here, you want to go up almost to a point. This is a little crooked. This one's longer than that one, but you're getting the drift of what I'm saying. You should be getting a drift. This is T. Now, right at this line where you did that, you want to put a triangle. That's a little separation of the back, and this goes up into your neck. Now, coming here, instead of going straight down, you want to make that more of a V. So it's going to look like this. V, up, and like that. And let me get my pen so I can show you as we go along. And this here is this. This actually from the back is going to shape like this. And it goes down a little past your chest. And it goes up like this. And it splits here. So this is not the length of your neck. This is just inside. And goes down. Now, as I say, we're going to split this here, and this goes into this triangle, and then it comes back together on your spine. Now, one thing a lot of people have trouble with are the delts, which are right here on your arms. Now, the delt is shaped like, it's like this. It's almost like an eyeball. Just say you did the eyeball or football, except it curved here like somebody would take a bite out of it. So it's shaped like this. So that's what this is. Now you're going to see, okay, and it's three parts or three heads, as they say when you go into when you start learning about anatomy. There's your front, your middle, and your rear. Your rear actually comes back just a little bit more, and this, because it's a curve, it sits on this shoulder, or it sits on the side of the shoulder, and it's a curve, so your shoulder is going to be right there. So basically, it kind of like snaps on to your shoulder. So if this was your delt and this was your shoulder, it snaps on right there, making it look like that. So you're going to see more of this in the back than you do in the front. So it's going to actually curve around just a little bit right here. It goes over and curves around and comes down. And where you stop this top of the T, it's going to curve in like that. It's going to come out from there and then curve down like that. So I'll ink that. Remember, it's going to curve around. It's going to be over that horizon, come down, and right where this T comes in at, it's going to curve and down. And it's going to be a curve because your arm comes out of here. This is where your tricep is going to come out. And at this point where it comes to, at this point, where it comes to a point, it separates your tricep and your bicep. Now, I'm going a little ahead of myself, but I want you guys to understand that. So same thing with the other side. Let me draw this so it won't be too messed up. Let's say where it comes out there. It comes out to a point, it comes out and it curves around just a little bit of a curve here. And then your arm comes out here. But we don't want to get into the arms too much. We want to get into the back. So let me erase this. I'm going to keep these though. Now, let's bring your back up here from this curve. Now from here, you have another bit of a triangle, and it's more of a Christmas tree shape. That's what they call it, a Christmas tree shape, because if you have a Christmas tree, and I hope I'm not going off camera, it's a Christmas tree like this. And it has that shape to a degree, and it comes down like that. And they call it a Christmas tree shape because when you're really muscular, the striations come in and it looks like that. That's when these guys are really muscular. But you have these two, and it comes down to the back of your back. Now from here, from this is your lats. It curves, actually kind of curves around here. Same thing on this side, curves around here. Now it comes down into this Christmas tree shape. Now at this point, just say your back stops because it goes out. How does it go? It goes out, and then you have your glutes, your butt basically. So from here you have your waist, and that's this. So your back is going to come down here, curve around from the back. It's going to come down, curve around. These are your lats, curve around, and then this you see because your back, your lats kind of start to come in, taper in at this point. So you're going to see that, and then your glutes, your buttocks is going to form right there. So we're not going to go any further than that. We're just going to work on the back. So from here, which is your shoulder blades are here. So that's going to come out. The base is going to come across from here. And I should have did that in red pencil, but I didn't. Okay, so let's do this. And your little Christmas tree shape, and it comes down, and your lats come down into here. Now, anytime you move any part of your body, your muscles are subject to change, but these are your basic muscles that you need to know where they go. And as I said, these are separated into 3, but you don't have to draw the separations, but I just want to do that to show you, especially if you're drawing a superhero and he has a costume or something on. And then this has a line that comes basically across the middle, and this is another one of your muscles. So if you kind of look at this, it makes an evil looking face. You have your little brow here and your eyes. So if you do that, if you make that evil face, let's do this, if I can do this. Then you're halfway there. Just remember to make that evil face here. So these are your major back muscles, and then your arm comes tucked from under there like that. So that's going to cover some of that up. And that all depends on how muscular the person is. And then you have your triceps. And as I said, you get some bicep right there. Now let me stop and check my camera. Make sure you guys can see this. Okay, now let's go back up here where this little thin line comes up and it actually stops. So this is behind the head. So your cranial starts in. You still have a little bit of neck here and then your head. So this is like the back of your head. This is that part. This is your head here. And your head comes in like so, and here's your ear, your nose, your eye. This is this right here. So your neck comes in there. So that's this piece here that comes down to your shoulder, and then your deltoid is there. It goes here, and your V and your collarbone, shoulder blade. This is what happens when I try to teach and speak and draw at the same time too quickly. So this is going to be the bottom of your chin. This here is this here. So you're seeing it from the back. Comes up. I hope I'm not getting too messy. And then your ear. And this is going to curve like that. So that's your basic back anatomy. Now you can put the striations, if you want to. If you're drawing something like the Hulk or something, somebody without a shirt, then that's fine. And then you can actually from the triangle, you can add, just a little bit of musculature here, swollenness here. Now, hopefully you got that with my rambling, because it's still kind of early for me. So let's do this. Let's just say, okay, that's fine. We got the back. Now we need to put this realistically. So I'm drawing my man or my character, and let's say here's the triceps, the delts, and he's got his arms raised up. Maybe he's blasting something, and here's my neck. Now how do I do that from there? So as we say, you have to take the 1-2 step. So you want to put the lines in his neck, the T, and just like turning the front of the body, when you turn like to the side, you have to know how far the chest is going to go over, how much is going to be showing, how much is not going to be showing. It's just, you have this more pec, then there's some more chest showing on this side than that side. Same thing with the back. That. And it's going to change a little, but it's not going to change that much, the shape of the back, depending on how much you flex, what the person is doing, like that. So remember, now, as you raise your arms, you're going to see that whole entire deltoid. So remember, it comes back a little further. It comes back further in the back than it does in the front. But as you raise your arms, you're going to see that whole thing, and that middle piece ends here. And you can draw the lines just to make you happy, I guess. Same thing here. You're going to see that whole thing, and it's going to come forward like that. It's going to be covered by that neck. And then, as I say, remember, wherever this point is, it's going to be the separation of your arm. No, separation of your arm, separation of the bicep and tricep. It's gonna be like that. Your elbow, your tricep, like that. Now your lats, which are, as they say, the wing, your lats are gonna come from under here, not way up, but it's not gonna go anywhere past this, your arm and your tricep. I keep calling that a tricep. Delt, maybe I should just shut up and draw. It's gonna come down here. Remember, you wanna get your triangle again. Your triangle, your Christmas tree, and then your waist, your love handles gonna come down here. And then from here, all the way across are going to be that evil eye. Let's just put it that way. Down there, and you got your that, and you have this, and you have your bottom of the cranium part. And then your neck. And actually this comes from all these, actually touches, goes all the way. And then it goes down into the buttocks. Just see it. Now it depending on how much you turn the body. Let's do this. See the line, I have the center spine here. Let's move it over just a little bit here. So let's just do the T, the TV. The arm, there I go again. Delt, and let's just say the lats are going to come down here. And here's your other lats here. Now you could see, you'll start seeing the chest. It's the neck. Here, depending on how much you turn that rotate that person, you'll start seeing some of the chest, the abs, and then of course your love handles. And then it goes down. Because your ribs come out here. So again, we have this, and it stops right here at your end of your lats. And because you can't see this part, triangle, this, maybe some waist. Let's say the arm. You won't see too much of that. So there's not a lot of bumps and stuff in the back that you'll see. I think the muscle actually runs, how does that muscle actually, I don't know if it's up or down or whatever, but let's just say your muscles run like that way. So you won't see any extra bumps in the back. It's just going to be wider. The bigger your character is, the wider his lats are going to be. So I'm just going to draw a quick back with no muscles. Here's your head. Here's your shoulder. So he's going to have large or wider lats. That's all it is. He's just going to have more of a spread than bumpy, lumpy muscles. That's all it is. So like if you're doing the Hulk is going to be very wide compared to the average man, who's not going to be, that wide. Now, as I said, you see the chest, depending on how much you turn the person, some of the abs here, just here, and then your love handles, and then, as I say, it goes back to the glutes. And again, your arms, at this point, you're separating the tricep from the bicep, tricep, and then your head, and your jawbone, like so. And you might have just a slight bump from this other deltoid, because this is your shoulder. So I don't want to say shoulder. This is your shoulder and your traps. So yeah. All right. What was the next thing? Oh, the top of your shoulder. Let's say if you're looking straight down on this guy, you're going to have a shape like this, more of an oval shape. Let's say this is your neck. This is the hole that your neck goes down in or comes out in. You have your collarbone here. Your collarbone goes back. I'm sorry. There's your top of your T again. Curve around. It's going to curve out. Your chest is actually going to come out more like this. And hopefully the camera's running and I'm witnessing. Everything is witnessing. It's going to come out, and then your delts, and there's your back. It's almost the same thing again. Let me eat this. My fingers falling asleep for some strange reason. And you have your two. So it's going to come out to a point. This one's going to come back further. Maybe because I'm pressing down too hard on the pencil. My thumb is falling asleep. And let's say this is your chest, your collarbone, and remember your thing is going to come here. Your V, this is going to come and this is going to go back. And that depends on how much you are leaning forward. You're really not going to see that V too much going down. You're just going to see where that spine is here. And depending on how developed your character is, you might have more chest than you have back. Let's say your shoulder blades. And your shoulder blades, like the first one, it actually stops right here because your delts actually, the muscle actually comes up like that. And then you still have a few extra muscles that pull that way. So your chest does not go all the way over here. Your chest comes and it stops. That's why it's better if you draw the chest of a person. Let me see. I'm getting into the front more than I am to the back. I'll get back into it in a second. Here's the person. Here's my guy. Here's his chest. It's coming up. Collarbone. Shoulders. Now it's better to cut the chest out like that. It makes it look more muscular. Do this. And then this is one of the separations. And when I draw, I usually do a dip, just a little dip. And then like so. And then you have your arms. But as I say, instead of having the chest go all the way up here and kind of turn around, the muscles actually determine where it is. And this is when you get more into muscle development that you understand. So it actually comes up, the collarbone comes and it kind of stops here. And then you get the curve of your deltoid. And then as I say, your muscles come out here, your biceps, your triceps, and then your chest is here. And then you get your lats, and from here is it's simple, where your nipples would be. If you draw a line straight down, that will take care of your waist, because your ribs come into play here. And your ribs there is a curved line from the nipples there. And then you have your this is either 3 or 4 of your ribs that come out from under that curved line. And 2, I think it's 3, but then they're shaped like this. And then that's where you have your other ribs. But I would stay away from it. If you're new to, you're still not really got the grasp of drawing down the anatomy, I would stay away from trying to draw every extra muscle. I would just get your basic muscle shapes first and then start to worrying about the other ones. And then so your shoulders, at this point where it stops, where your collarbone stops and your delts start, this is where your shoulder comes from. And remember, wherever this dip is, and I'm getting into the front, I'll bring it up and then straight up. That's your neck. So wherever you stop and go curve up, this is where your shoulders are going to stop at. Now I can make the neck more thicker and then bring the shoulders up more depending on the musculature of the person, like that. But this is all got to do with your back too, because this is your shoulders go into your back, and as I say, this curves around. This actually goes around the back, but that depends on how you stand. If you drop your shoulders a little bit, you won't see that. So let me go over my lessons that I was going to show you and see if I missed anything. All right, the side. I'm going to show you how the side comes. So if I'm drawing this side, and I'll switch this way. If I'm drawing your side view character, and I'll curve them up a little bit more. And it's the head, neck. So your collarbone is going to come down. Your shoulder, there it is again. Your delt is going to be right here, and I'll put the arm going back. And see, this is the basic that you want to start out with before you even try to do muscles or clothes or anything. Always do your skeleton figure or your dummy figure. And this, I want to make sure you guys are seeing this. Now, your lats are going to come from under the arm and then back. Your chest is going to come out, come down like this, and then come out. Now, there is a little triangle thing, which I showed you here, that comes around, and these are your ribs. 2, and I believe there are 3 ribs. Your abs from your why am I losing it? From your rib cage. It's going to come down. It's going to curve around like this. So from here, you want to drop your abs are going to come in, and it doesn't go straight down. It actually goes forward, and then you have your abs in here, there, and then your love handle is down here. So this is going to be your lat. So this actually does this. It goes up here and back. So that's that T. It goes up really like that. So that's that T that is here. This is this. It's going to come down like that and actually curve like that. And then you have your deltoids, separating the bicep from the tricep, elbow, and then your forearms come this way, like that. And say this is going to be lats, and it depends on how muscular your character is going to be. But know that the lats are going to come from under the arm, actually under the arm. Yeah, like so. And then if you're drawing that, most of this would be in shadow anyway, if you're doing comics. But this, and then it goes into your neck and there, and I'm just checking in your cranium, like so. And then you have your buttocks, and your legs, like so. Now, if the person put his other arm out, or if you don't want a complete side view, just add a little more chest, maybe the lines to here, and then part of your shoulder. Depends on what your character is doing. So, but I just wanted to show you the transition from front to side to back, and I wouldn't really put that much lat down there, because if the back comes, I would say about right here, then that, and then as I say, there are point. They come into a point. Each one of them comes into a point, but try to stay away from this. And then from that point, the other ones come into a point as well, and down. So it's like this, and this is a whole nother video in itself. And this point here determines your other ribs. And as I say, stay away from that until you actually learn more anatomy and then there's a bone here that there's a double curve here, which can actually be an extra lat. And this is supposed to be a back video, so why am I doing the chest? All right, so let me go over one more time. Let me pause this and go over these things one more time and see what I've done for you. All right, looking back at it, let's do this a little better. So you actually have, this comes back to your muscles there. Your collarbone actually does come back. I'm just double checking everything that I've done. This here, your chest, good. As I say, depending on how muscular it is, how muscular that your character is, and your head would be, the head would be back a little bit more. This makes the guy kind of like he's looking down. And you'd have that triangle here, and as I say, that all depends on how muscular your character is. There. Chest. There. Back. And more there. So yeah, you could right, as I say, right where that triangle is, where I had it there, where I kept leaving it out, you can have that extra bump for that muscle. To give your character a little extra muscle. And where was the one where I did the neck? I don't know. Let's do this. Let's move on. Let's move on to another one. Let's just say your character is raising his hands. What would that look like? Okay, your skeleton, your neck, your shoulder, your V. Coming up, and I'm sorry I'm drawing small. I can zoom in, but I'm afraid that I might go off cue or something. This is not going to change. This shape is not going to change too much. It's not really that bendable or pliable. And now, as I said, if you have your hands down or your arms down, the shape is going to look like this. Now, if you have your hands up, the whole thing is going to curve. This is not going to move that much. Just really not that much. It's going to be like this. It's going to come up, and you're still going to have your three separations. As I said, because this one comes all the way back here, it's just going to stretch and go up. And then you have, as I said, your separation between your tricep and bicep. And this, and your lats are going to come down where it curves here. You could bring it out more if the person is really muscular. And then this, like halfway down, that evil eye. And then you don't have to have that center line. It's just an added extra bulge to make the back look good. So let's color this. Let's color this, yes. And the only reason I put this there because there's a separation between, these two. This perfectly centered one there. As I say, you don't have to put all of that stuff down there. All those extra lines. The same way you don't have to put this line. And then your triangle, your Christmas tree, basically. And then your lats. What is wrong with you? Your love handle. So the same thing with this. If I brought this one up, it would be the same thing. This would come around. It would be up like that. Curve around a little bit. Let me erase this. Like so. The lats would come down. This part here would come stretch all the way around. And your arms. And as I said, this is not your neck. This is just basically kind of like the muscles in your neck or a separation. And then remember to put that little triangle, that diamond. I don't know why I keep calling that a triangle. That diamond there. And as I say, if that as that curves up, you can put a little extra muscle off of that diamond. And then your neck is here and your chin is here. And don't forget the spine where everything comes together. So if I ink this whole thing, it would be like this. This, you definitely want to put your separation of your two muscles, not your two arms, your muscles. It comes down here, swings around, your center evil eye. I think I did that one wrong, but, and then your, remember this, it kind of comes, you don't have to put this line down here, but your lats curve up around there. But there is a indentation right in here that you should do. And then it comes straight down to the buttocks, which is there. But if you're going to do a character, then you're pretty much going to have some kind of shorts or some kind of pants or something on that character. So I think that's going to be it for muscular back. So we did the front, did the back, we did the side. If you guys find that I left something out that I can't think of right now, then please feel free to email me at my email address, which should be popping up right about now, or popping down right about now. And yeah, I think that's going to be it for drawing the back. So yeah, subscribe. I always say, I was going to say that in the beginning. Please subscribe and then tell people, help me to grow my channel. If you know artists that are out there struggling, they want to learn, they want to do comics, they want to do just learn how to draw, tell them about my channel. The site address should be popping up down here as well if I don't forget to do it. So that's about it for this video. I think I covered everything that I wanted to cover. Top, side, back. Did some front. So other than that, that's it. Go out, get your pencil, sharpen your pencil, get you some clean paper, and start drawing. And I will see you guys in the next video. And the t-shirt that I did earlier, I wore earlier, is one of my other design t-shirts. So I'm going to get into that too. And as I said in other videos, if you can draw, there are a lot of other things you can do with your talents to make money as well. All right, I'm out. Catch you guys in the next video.